Hello, chemistry parents. I'm Tracy Francis, and I am your your teenagers' chemistry teacher this year. What a strange way for us to have meet the teacher, but lo and behold, here we are on video, and I thank you for joining me. We'll get started here. Just a little bit of my background. I have been teaching, this is my 20th year, and I started back at BHS in 2001. I have had the pleasure of having a lot of great opportunities before I became a teacher and had some roles in research. And I hope that they really aided my ability to be a great chemistry teacher. This year, of course, I have a very special role as a mom of a 4 year old, well, almost 5 year old kindergartner. And she's going to Berkeley schools too. So I'm living the dream with you guys, going through all of this new technology and such. So I do really feel for you. Real quick, I want to make sure that you know we've got that AB schedule. I like to call it the odd and even schedule with first, third, and fifth, second, fourth, and sixth. And I have my planning period on the even days from 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. I teach chemistry, three of the classes, and then I also teach advanced placement environmental science, also called APES. So it keeps me pretty busy, but I enjoy both. A couple of tips that we're going to be kind of passing along for that virtual learning experience for our kids. The biggest thing I can say I've got right at the top here, but kids really need to have a growth mindset. And we're going to be talking about that throughout the semester. And hopefully, we're going to see kids be able to really break through some barriers and figuring out that they can do this work, even under all of these circumstances. Try, if we can, to get kids on to class on time, have them be fully present. And I'm asking kids if they can put their cameras on when they are able. I know it's not always possible, but when we have those discussions, it makes such a big difference to be able to see each other and to know how things are going and to really have a conversation. So I want to encourage kids to be active participants and make sure that they are contributing to the class conversation. Um, Other things, we've got support time, and I'll give you some more information about that in a bit. And to use the folders in Schoology and our daily files, and I will show you a little bit about that in a moment, and really just engage in the process. You know, we are kind of stuck in this situation right now, and we're just going to try to make the best of it. And there definitely are some downfalls, but I think there's a lot of ups to what we're doing. So trying to focus in on those. All right, let's go to our next page. So we've got some daily files that the kids access through Schoology, but I also post a link to this every day when we get onto our Zoom meetings. And so you can actually click on this, and I will make this PowerPoint or Google document file available for you also in our Curriculum Night folder so that you can click on it as well. But what you'll see is that kids come to a page that looks a little bit like this. And I'm going to say, well, I don't normally present it all the way like that. I just let them see everything on the side here. But they're able to click in here, and even on our first page, it helps kids get anchored every single day. It looks just like my classroom, the best I could. And we've got our daily agenda. They can click on just about everything on this first slide. So next class, they would click on here, and it would bring them automatically to the day's work, and it's all color coded. We go in rainbow order. So red was yesterday or last class, and then we'll start with orange for the next class, and it'll just cycle through, and you can see all of those colors in here. So they're able to navigate pretty well through this set of daily files, but it has a ton of information. Again, like they can literally click on everything and even email me from this page. And I'll switch that off to the side there. All right. Let's hopefully we won't have have any technology issues here. All right, let's keep going. So next, what goes on in chemistry? Well, there's a lot of reading, there's a lot of writing, thinking, talking, and most importantly, doing science. Now, doing science is really hard right now. Laboratories are hard, but we are trying to be very creative and figure out ways that we can make things as hands-on as possible, as visual as possible, from doing demonstrations that we videotape to thinking of supplies that kids could use simply from home. Kids are going to be required to apply their thinking in our class. There's regular homework. This is a great class for getting kids ready for that higher level learning. And the last thing that we do a lot of is collaborating with our peers and trying to make sense of our ideas. We've got 6 units of study. They are all chemistry based, but they are linked to the Earth. And so we learn about atoms, elements, and molecules, and then we look at the Earth systems that we have and how they apply. So some really cool interdisciplinary work that we're doing. I mentioned earlier that we've been doing some videos, and so kids will be seeing this one coming up fairly soon, Genie in the Bottle, when we get to our chemical reactions. And when you go into the PowerPoint or Google Doc, actually it's Google Slides, you will be able to actually watch this video, but that's one of the ways that we're trying to reach kids. So I've got a couple pages of that. All right, grading. We just decided on 3 major categories: assessments, labs, class, and homework. And those are all going to be total points based this year. It isn't always what we do, but this year we think it's in the best interest of our students. Our assessments are going to look different. And we're still working out pieces of that. We've got one of our first quizzes coming up in the next week and a half. And it's going to be kind of an adventure for all of us, but we're really trying to figure out fair ways that we can really truly assess what our students know. All right, late work. So if kids have late work, we know that there's all sorts of circumstances going on. And so one of the things that I just ask is that students communicate. If there's a legitimate reason that a kid can't get something in, I am going to be flexible. If we start to see late work that just keeps happening over and over and over again, and there really isn't a really good reason for that, then we'll start looking at talking with parents and applying some penalties. But honestly, I usually see late work mostly when kids are having trouble with understanding something. And so I want to encourage kids to come to our support time. That's daily from 2:45 to 3:15 p.m. And this is the Zoom link. And again, you're going to be able to go into that presentation and click right on there. Kids all have that on the daily files as well as in Schoology. All right, so how do we keep in touch? So I think right now the best way for us to do that is via email. And this is my email address. Again, I have a 6-hour plan, which is on the B day, and it is 1 to 2:30 p.m. I do try to answer emails as quickly as I can. And I will get back to you and we try to figure out what we can do to help each other out. So I always feel like we're on the same team. Last way you could get a hold of me is through Remind 101. And this is our code that you just text to 81010. And I think a lot of teachers have that set up. So I really appreciate you coming this evening and watching this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.